Disclaimer, I do not dislike CinemaSins, and that is not a lie. For my next Everything Wrong with CinemaSins video, I'm going to be seeing the video on speed. Enjoy, everybody.
Someone just discovered 3D text rendering.
Jeremy points out things on the screen cliche.
2 minutes into this elevator ride, I bet that the brass at Fox was like, holy shit, you want to start this with an elevator going down 45 floors before we get to anything resembling a movie? I mean, this would be impressive for audiences in 1894, but this is 1994, the year North came out. I bet that's what they said.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Kudos to this security guard checking out the elevator shafts on what must be a slow day, but it seems pretty sloppy to me that Howard would leave this obvious bag out in the open that any asshole could glance and see from the access door.
Or maybe Howard put it there on purpose to lure any security guards into a trap to dispose of them and keep his plan from being foiled.
Hey, are you not going to radio this in? Seems like you might have a huge radio there on your right hand that you could use.
Couldn't it be argued that the security guard would want to check the situation out first before calling in backup?
After falling 10 floors, none of these elevator passengers has thrown up or pissed their pants.
But do you really think that would make the movie better? To tell you what I think, I'll let Kevin McAllister say it for me.
I don't think so.
Beverly Hills Copping things.
Arbitrary movie reference.
How come they send cops here? Shouldn't they send repair guys?
This guy tried to start an unsuccessful YouTube channel called EWW
Jeremy says something random cliche.
6 minutes!
That's kind of astounding, actually. You had 23 minutes before you ran up 32 flights of stairs. Then you unscrewed a panel, climbed down to the elevator, looked at the bomb, played pop quiz, and then decided to defy orders, after which you ran up another 22 flights of stairs, climbed another couple stories of ladders, grabbed the winch thing. My god, the 6 minutes is some bullshit. That bomb already blew minutes ago.
But if the movie said it didn't, then it didn't.
Also, even with 6 minutes, you don't have enough time. You've got to finagle this cable through an air conditioning duct and that big-ass fan. And to do that, you have to access a room between the roof and the elevator shaft. And I'm pretty sure getting a grappling hook through the center of that fan is going to be impossible, despite the lie the movie's telling me in this shot.
But since you're showing us that the grappling hook did make it through the center of the fan, wouldn't that mean it did work and it's not impossible?
Okay, they were worried about the winch up on the roof holding, but there's no way this most convenient eye hole is going to hold. You can see where the prop master welded it, probably an hour ago.
But as the film shows, it does work, and the only reason the elevator falls later is because of Howard detonating the emergency brakes.
I don't even understand why he's still here, but he does know the cops were called because he made a demand for money. So why is he acting like every little old sound in the elevator shaft is some unexpected bugaboo?
Because he's trying to figure out what Jack and Harry are doing before he tries to kill the elevator passengers by activating 2 bombs.
They realize that the bomber is still in the building, which is a huge freaking leap, since the bomb went off 3 minutes early. 3 minutes? That could be a timer issue or a wiring malfunction. These guys leap straight to, the bomber must still be here, even though that is fucking moronic.
Yes, but them assuming that Howard is in the building is a reasonable assumption since they thought he'd want to be there but stay mobile.
The elevators. Passenger cars were stopped. They checked them out. What about the freight elevators?
Yeah, surprisingly no one thought to check those out at all, because of reasons.
But when you consider that freight elevators are normally just used for moving bulky goods, it makes sense that they didn't think of that right away.
Lieutenant, we've got movement on the freight elevator.
You mean the one elevator we didn't check? What are the odds?
Jeremy yells at the screen cliche.
You assholes are being way too blasé during this situation.
You gonna tell us why, or are you just gonna say something and expect us to go along with it?
Can't have been too great. Woke up alone.
Implying a party has to end in sex to be a great party. And I'm here to tell you that the 1996 party at Tiffany's apartment in Oak Park, where 2 dudes fought and there was a public breakup, didn't end in me having sex or waking up with a bed friend, but that's still the greatest party I ever went to.
Who cares?
The phone starts ringing near a loud explosion fire, and he hears it, and he decides to go answer it? Come the f*** on, man. I guess it's out of sheer cop intuition that Jack knows to answer this phone.
Yeah, it is that, as well as him realizing that Howard is actually alive, so what's the problem here?
2 years I spent setting up that elevator job. 2 years I invested myself in it.
But in roughly a week, I set up this bomb on a bus thing with the really complex feature of making it arm when the bus hits 50 miles an hour and it blows up if it goes under 50. This was no sweat.
Well, it's revealed later that Howard used to work with defusing bombs, so he obviously figured out how to make them.
$3.7 million.
He wanted $3 million for the elevator one, and now he's added $700,000 to this one? What is that, terrorist interest?
No, it's not that. It's that he wants more money since he didn't get the money that he previously wanted.
Jack runs to catch up to the bus, but I don't know why he can't just call this into a cruiser in the area to stop the bus before it starts going 50 miles an hour.
Probably because it's likely too late to do that with the bus already moving.
Let's just say it now, this bus is f***ed. If it ever hits 50, it's going to get caught up in all that LA traffic and it won't have a chance.
If this was real life, yes, that would be the case. But since this is a movie, it'll purposefully be unrealistic and have fictional things happen in it.
I just couldn't handle the freeways anymore. I got so tense.
Your desire to relax runs counter to the needs of sparkle motion.
Jeremy says something random again.
So during this entire time Keanu's been trying to get this guy's attention, the bus driver sped up 4 more miles per hour?
Yes, and he's likely doing that to try to speed up to get away from Jack since he currently doesn't understand what he's trying to tell him.
Don't slow down!
The bus driver couldn't hear you every single time you tried to tell him about the bomb, but now you say this, and you make this move, and he somehow knows that means don't slow down.
Actually, Sam doesn't understand that right away and still attempts to slow down before Jack drives in reverse and tells him to open the doors. And it's after he opens the doors that he understands to stay above 50.
Are you insured?
Yeah, why?
Entertaining movie about this guy trying to explain this to his insurance company was never made.
But I don't think that's the movie's fault, so I'll give out my award here.
Also, this definitely would have caused a 40-car pileup and probably more deaths than if the bus exploded. But sure, Jack needs to get on the bus at all costs.
But if people aren't shown dying in a movie, then they likely didn't.
I don't care about your crime.
You should though, dude. You're a police officer. For all you know, he's trying to avoid you for killing a bunch of babies or being part of this very bus bomb plot. You don't know, yet you dismiss his crime like it's nothing.
Mostly because he's more interested in saving their lives. If he cared about bringing that guy in that's now pointing a gun at him, then he would deal with it after this.
Thanks, Cheese, and I'm happy you're here to share some points.
We're just two cool guys just hanging out.
Helping.
Yeah, the movie itself is aware this likely wasn't a good idea. How can you sin the movie for something it's aware is not the best thing to do?
Alright, movie over. Not sure Sam can keep this bus going 50 while he veers wildly into LA traffic and while Annie switches places with him. It was a good run while it lasted. I guess the next hour will be about Death taking Sandra Bullock's form so that he can learn about life on Earth. And Keanu will have to play Death at a game of chess because that's what he always does.
No, 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 no!
Why did the bomber create a bomb that explodes if the bus slows to under 50 miles per hour? It's not to buy time to do a heist, because there have already been a few times the bus could have and should have been going slow enough to explode. He can set a bomb, sure, but he can't dictate that the bus will stay above 50 if a passenger pulls a gun and shoots the f***ing bus driver. This plan is idiotic.
But Sam being shot wasn't part of Howard's plan, so it's not idiotic.
Me.
Oh, darn.
God bless Alan Ruck. I sure do miss him. What? He's not dead? I thought he... Oh, that was a different Alan. Wow. Does his family know he's still alive? They gotta be hella relieved, no?
What even was the joke there, Jeremy, and why was it in this video?
You cannot make a turn this sharp at 55 miles per hour without falling over. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna add 10 sins for every time this bus should go below 50 and doesn't. It happens a lot more than that, but I'm being charitable.
I'll tell you one thing, Jeremy. Mythbusters has already disproven you.
Far, the movie is matching up to reality.
He's getting airborne in the rear there.
With the passengers in the same configuration, Adam made the turn, but only just.
I won!
He's watching college football, a night game no less, early in the morning on 2 TVs.
Yeah. So?
Traffic is moving freely through this lane, and this lady with her cans, it's no baby, it's only cans, decides, F it, I will walk across this lane without even looking, because this movie needs to have an Annie killed a baby but not really scene. And there's a don't walk sign. This is not New York, lady. There are rules.
Yeah, but it's realistic, since I've seen people crossing the street when they don't have a walk sign and the light is red. Additionally, this part is meant to build tension since we're supposed to think there's a baby in the carriage before it's revealed to be full of cans.
Cans!
I think it's a baby!
Cans!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
There was no baby, it was full of cans!
Whether it was cans or a baby, it's a f***ing dark place for a breezy action movie to take a viewer for even a second.
Dude, this is the same movie where a security guard takes a screwdriver to the ear, a woman falls off a bus because of an explosion, gets run over and dies, and cops get blown up in a house rigged with explosives.
It's okay, all these kids are also full of cans. That cop car directly in front of the bus is a dick. Get out of the way, asshole! And the bus obviously brakes here.
But you're literally showing the police car moving out of the way here.
A while back, he held some people for ransom.
A while back? How long ago was that elevator How long do they wait to hand out medals to hero cops? Like, a few days, right? That was last week at most, you dickhead.
But time has passed since what happened at the beginning of the film, so Jack is technically right in saying that it happened a while back.
Come on! Come on, lady, give me your hat!
Okay, I guess these SWAT guys don't know the full story about who can get off the bus and who can't. It could be a miscommunication on their part, and they think Helen is okay to go, but both Jack and Mac fall asleep during this scene. Jack turns his attention to the rest of the bus for some reason, and Mac completely checks out.
But you're literally showing Jack noticing Helen trying to get off the bus.
How are you doing? You alright?
Annie, are you okay? Will you tell us, are you okay, Annie?
Jeremy sings in a video cliche. And he does it again here.
There's a sign at the window that he struck you, a crescendo, Annie.
So I'd recommend doubling the 15 sins it normally would be.
No problem, Cheese. I'll do just that.
So ridiculous. I want to remove Sins. I mean, this is exciting, right? Speed's not the same movie without it. But we have to be a fair judge and add 25 Sins for this.
But since you said you wanted to remove Sins for this and that Speed isn't the same without it, I don't see the point of that sin count pad. So I guess to keep things fair, I'll add the same amount of Sins.
Don't get dead!
Fucking hell. This is like telling a starting pitcher in the World Series, don't wild pitch your way to a benching in the first inning.
But I don't see how that's the movie's fault, so I'll give out my award here.
It does nothing to help viewers distinguish Jeff Daniels from Jeff Bridges if both of them star as bomb experts in different movies.
What?
I can't bypass, it'll fire!
It's a collapsible circuit.
Oh.
Okay.
Holding on only by a screwdriver stabbed into a gas tank, he survives this.
And did Jack survive because he's the main character?
Did you have any luck with the bomb?
Yeah, it didn't go off.
But the good news is that I did go off on your mom last night.
You're not too bright, man. But you got some big, round, hairy corners.
That's very gross, Ortiz.
Jeez. Did almost dying zap Jack of all his sense of humor? Ever since he got pulled out from under the bus, he's been a total dick.
But if you almost die, you aren't going to be in a jokey mood, especially since Ortiz's joke was kind of gross there.
As the bomber gives instructions to Jack for the money drop, I'd like to remind you that this bus could have and should have easily blown up at least a half a dozen times before now.
But again, this is a movie, not real life, so...
I'll be dead.
Jack notices a small insignia on Annie's jacket that says Arizona on it, and extrapolates Arizona Wildcats and connects it to Howard calling Annie Wildcat a couple of times, which is a huge stretch. What we're about to find out is that Howard has a camera on the bus, and he's been watching the inside of it the whole time, but there is no fucking way he saw that logo on Annie's jacket from a distance in black and white.
But it's possible he could have noticed it off screen and we didn't see that, so the movie could surprise us with this revelation.
Arizona Wildcats.
Johnny Utah.
Saying something random again.
Okay, so did Howard also make the bus mirror a two-way mirror? Because that camera is pointed directly at the back of it. So how does the camera see through that?
Bastard's got a camera right in your face. You can see the whole bus. He's been playing me from minute one.
Did Howard's camera really affect that much, though? Absolutely nothing that's happened in this movie has been a result of Howard being able to see inside the bus.
Sinning the same thing twice. Also, Howard being able to see inside the bus has led to things happening, such as Helen's death, since he saw her attempting to get off the bus.
He can see me, but can he hear me?
Doesn't look like he's just watching.
Okay, first of all, there is no f***ing way he can be certain at all that they aren't being listened to. Microphones can be tiny, and don't have to be attached to the video camera, and you only saw one side of the camera. Second of all, and perhaps more importantly, why the didn't the bomber put a simple microphone on the bus? It could have given him so many advantages, and he wouldn't have fallen for this fake out they're about to do by looping the tape.
True, but he likely didn't due to feeling overconfident, since that's a flaw that most villains tend to have, which makes their plans fail in the end.
I can't do this, Jack, I can't do this!
Okay, you stay here and blow up then.
Telling Sandra Bullock to get blown up for any reason, even after she was a part of Bird Box.
Let's bring the recently traumatized bomb hostage along with us to the scene where we think the bomber is going to pick up the money and just leave her in an ambulance with 2 non-cop EMTs to protect her. What could go wrong?
You wanted to make sure she was safe. How's that bad?
I don't know what kind of research it takes to figure out the exact placement of a trash bin over an accessible place next to the subway, but hats off to Howard Payne for finding it. And let's not forget, he carved this hole in secret, either above the ground where he could easily be seen, or from underneath where he'd have to lug a ladder and cutting equipment through a private subway area without being seen. And what about trash?
Sending something you like and asking for something to be shown that the audience doesn't need to know about.
Holy shit, what a bunch of whatever this is. Light shadowing.
Yeah, so?
How none of these bullets hits Jack is a math problem for God to solve. Or at least Will Hunting.
See Sin 2649.
So much had to go right here, and it all did. So I'm assuming he ate a Mario star somewhere in a previous scene that got cut, right?
Arbitrary video game power-up reference.
Where's Payne?
He lost his head.
Rejected line from The Running Man makes it into this movie.
Saying another random thing.
Jack, please! Please! Jack!
This might actually rival Titanic for the number of times someone says Jack.
Which makes sense since they're main characters of both of those movies, right? And here's the end result, everybody. This is 2684, and the sentence will be watching the sequel. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.